Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Boomer Buddies podcast, where we tell it like it was and is. I'm your host, Rick Reed. Today we have Tere, the Ace Walsh, back with us. Tere, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Rick. Sad to be here with another sad subject, but
Yeah,
honored to be on your show.
you're right. It's another rest in peace episode. We lost our fourth music star in the month of June of this year. We did an episode on Brian Wilson, who died in June. And then this past week, we did one on Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone. And also Lou Christie passed away. And now we're doing one on Bobby Sherman. He was a pop star. I'd say Brian Wilson was a genius, Sly Stallone was a genius, and Bobby Sherman was a pop star of bubblegum type of music, wouldn't you say, Tere?
He was. That was back in that day, that was known as bubblegum music. He was also known as a bubblegum music teen idol. I think we don't really hear teen idol anymore, but we
Yeah.
sure did back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, and I'm sure you probably had the hots for him.
No. I was kind of like your sister Renee. I like David Cassidy.
Okay, and my sister Mary, because my sister Renee liked David Cassidy, liked Bobby Sherman. And I know my wife liked him too, but it was more for the TV that he did, and we'll get to that. Well, Bobby Sherman was born in 1943, and he died, like I said, this month. He was a month and a couple days shy of being 82. And you know what's kind of weird? All those people I mentioned, Brian Wilson, Sly Stone, Lou Christie, they were all 82. Bobby Sherman was just
Wow.
shy of being 82. That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
That is.
I'm going to read off some of the top 40 hits that Bobby had. He had 7 of those, and 4 of those hits that I'm going to mention actually hit the top 10. And along the way, Tere, if anything jumps out at you, any memories, any favorites, let me know. Okay, in 1969, this song entered the charts, eventually hitting number 3. It was a song called Little Woman. And then the follow-up to that, it was introduced in December of 69, eventually hitting number 9. And I'm not going to sing it for you, Tere. It's La La La, If I Had You. That might make it easier for people out there to try to remember. And then in February of 1970, this song hit the charts, eventually hitting number 9. So that's another top 10 song. Easy Come, Easy Go. And I think that's one of the songs that I probably tolerated best from Bobby Sherman.
Yes.
But Easy Come, Easy Go is a song that I actually kind of liked.
Say I did kind of like that one too. That was probably one of my top 2 of Bobby Sherman.
Well, just for you, Tere, I'm going to play that one right now. I have a video clip of that and an audio clip if you are listening on an audio platform. So let's go ahead and let's listen to Easy Come, Easy Go by Bobby Sherman, which hit number 9 in 1970. Here we go.
Out of the sun, whatever made me think that I was number 1. I ought to know. Easy come, easy go. I'm sitting it out. Now I'm spinning the dial, just thinking about the chump I've been. I have to smile. Didn't I know? Easy come and easy go. She wasn't kind, I wasn't smart. I lost my mind and fell apart. I had to find myself in time. Now I can start all over again, just hanging around, taking it slow. So happy I found I still can't smile and dig the show. Let me know. Easy come, easy go.
All right, I'm going to stop it just for a second, Tere.
Okay.
Check out the real hip, happening, groovy dance moves that Bobby's throwing out there. I know
And
my
the
sister,
shirt.
I know my sister Mary right now is just retro sweating right now over him. Check out the mini skirts. I can't dance like that. I never could dance like that. So, what do you think of the dancing? You like it?
It's interesting. I don't think I could do it, especially in leather pants. I'm interested in that shirt he has on, the silk shirt with all the fringe. He wore a lot of outfits with fringe on, and he wore a lot of things around his neck, like an ascot, a little scarf, or something. It was the style back then.
Yeah, and I didn't really go into it back in the day. It wasn't really my thing to be a fan of Bobby Sherman's, but I appreciate what he did and his story. And I know there's a lot of people out there that did like him. And again, let us know if you have any recollections or thoughts. And always, I have the link to this full song in the show notes. Just click on it and you can listen to it uninterrupted. So I'm going to back it up just a hair, Terry, and
Okay,
then we can watch the start of these groovy dance moves.
there you
Bobby
go.
Sherman. Here we go.
All right. She wasn't kind, I wasn't smart. I lost my mind, I fell apart. I had to find myself in time. Now I can start all over again, hanging around, taking it slow. So happy I found I still can smile and dig the show. Let me know, easy come and easy go. Hanging around, just taking it slow. So happy I found I still can smile and dig the show. Let me know, easy come and easy go. Hanging around.
Terry, there you have it.
I thought it was good. I did, and I wanted to make sure that people didn't think I didn't like Bobby Sherman. My crush was David Cassidy. He looks very comfortable, and he was also rated on the adult contemporary charts on most of his songs. Yeah, he's just got that great smile and all that hair. He's just looks so comfortable singing it.
He did. He looked like a showman. Like he was, like you said, very comfortable in front of that camera. He mugged to that camera, didn't he?
Yes,
Like,
he
look
did.
at me. I'm a teen idol and I'm out here doing my thing with some pretty girls. Yeah. Well, in retrospect, kind of like disco music, as I look back, I kind of look at it with a different eye and ear, and I kind of enjoy it a little bit now, a little bit better than I did at the time. I have to say that honestly. In fairness, there were some bubblegum songs that I really did like. I know that some of the older boomers probably didn't really get into bubblegum as much as we did. I mean, we're closer in age than the older boomers, but I want to know what everybody thinks. Older boomers, younger boomers, just give us your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate that. Let's get back, Terry, to the rest of his top 10 hits. After Easy Come, Easy Go, he had a song called Hey Mr. Sun, peaked at 24, and that was in 1970 as well. And then Julie, Do You Love Me came about. That was the number 5 hit for him, and that was in late 1970. And he had two more. He had Cried Like a Baby. You had talked to me off camera about that song. That hit number 16 in early 1971. Also in 1971, May, it was introduced, was a song called The Drum. So any of those in there that you don't recall at all? Or do you recall them all?
Well, I listened to all of them yesterday. So so
You're
yes,
doing
I
prep.
recall them all. I wanted to make sure because some of the names you have to wonder. I do remember Julie, Do You Love Me? And we were young girls and we would change that Julie, Julie, Julie to whoever the boy was
Terry,
that we
Terry,
liked.
Terry, yeah.
So, yes. And the other thing I remember about Bobby Sherman was I just started high school when the peace sign was popular. And somewhere in my head, when his name came up, I remember girls saying, "Peace, love, Bobby Sherman," when we were leaving each other. "Peace, love, Bobby Sherman." And I don't know. I've got to think that was more than Burnsville, but
It was Terry. I'll tell you that Sharon, Rochester girl, she said that all the time to our children whenever they leave, even as adult children. She says,
student,
peace, love, and Bobby Sherman. That's how she said goodbye to them to this day. And
that
now,
is funny.
yeah. And then yesterday, there was a reel that came up on my phone. It was John Cowsill. You know, he was little teen idol back in the day and played drums for the Cowsills. And now he's out with his wife, Vicki Peterson of the Bangles, and they're doing a promotion of their album together. Anyway, he was really sad to lose Bobby Sherman. And he told a little bit about him. And then at the end, he said, for sure, this means something today. Peace, love, and Bobby Sherman. You know,
Oh,
and he had, yeah. And then he had said something nice about Brian Wilson too. And
yeah,
we're losing so many of the people that we looked up to or listened to their music anyway from back in
definitely.
the day. Yeah. A month away from being 82, and that would have been all four of them, 82 years old, that died this month so far.
That's very
But
interesting. Yeah, the
he,
music world, the baby boomer music world is had a tough month right now.
well,
I
he
don't,
wasn't just a one trick pony either. He got a break from Sal Mineo, the young actor Sal Mineo, who got him eventually a job on the TV show Shindig, which was a very popular show. It was a vehicle for acts to come on there, the popular acts and the up and comings.
I
Bobby was a regular on Shindig, and I remember him from that. And he was also an actor, wasn't he?
yes, he was. He was on the program Here Comes the Bride. From 1968 to 1970, he played Jeremy Bolt.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was kind of a I don't know.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. He kind of reminded me of a little Joe from Bonanza.
Uh, yeah,
I'm not saying that little Joe was a klutz, but he was kind of
klutz.
the little brother type, you know. But that
Yes.
was a good show. My wife Sharon really loved him on there. That was probably where she got her crush, not so much from the music part of it.
Do you know that as of 1970, he had received more fan mail than any other performer on ABC ever?
Wow.
So he was terribly popular, yes. Lots of other programs that he guest starred on, and I did not write them all down, but I'll give you a couple and you can all see if you remember him being on these. He was on Honey West.
Hmm.
He guest starred on The Monkees.
I remember that episode so well. He was kind of like a Frankie Avalon type of character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then Emergency, which was very instrumental in his next career. In fact, that's why he decided to do his next career. He was on Ed Sullivan, he was on American Bandstand, he was on Sonny and Cher, all those performing shows, variety shows. He was on the Mod Squad, a lot of other shows that he was on. But Emergency was the defining thing that took him out of show business. And Rick, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, like you said, he was on a 1974 episode of Emergency, and that kind of piqued his interest in public service. So he went on to become a reserve technician police officer for the LA Police Department. And he was also a reserve county sheriff, and he learned to be a paramedic. And he also trained people for years at the LA Police Academy. And
Yes.
he retired in 2017, but he had years of public service and he just really gave back to the community. I really appreciate police, fire, and paramedics out there for what they do, and they get a lot of heat, and most of it's unjustified. And I just want to say right here that I appreciate what they do, and I appreciate what Bobby Sherman did. So, teen idol, public servant, and just a good guy from what everybody says.
Do you know that in 1999, he received the award for Reserve Officer of the Year in LA? Pretty high honor.
He also, getting back to the music part, he shares a common bond with your husband, James Walsh, the late great James Walsh of the
Oh,
band Gypsy. Do you know what that is?
yes, I do. That was a mistake Gypsy made. They both signed with Metro Media. And the reason Gypsy signed was because Metro Media had Bobby Sherman, and they figured they would have time to really work on promoting Gypsy. Kind of did not happen. They should have gone with someone else.
Atlantic Records. But
Yes.
in fairness, I mean, Bobby Sherman's records sold like crazy and they were promoted like crazy. They
Yes.
had the thinking that they would get good promotion behind their stuff, but they didn't know
Yes.
how to promote a progressive rock band
No.
where their music still stands the test of time. And
Yes. And Bobby had maybe 4 certified gold records that were
mhm.
over 1 million sold. So that was a great thing, especially
Yeah,
back then.
so Bobby Sherman had quite a life. He died of cancer. He had stage 4 kidney cancer. He found out in March, and he was gone by the end of June. That's a terrible thing. Well, thanks for everybody out there watching and listening. Before we go, Tere has an illustration of her husband, James Walsh. It's a beautiful pencil illustration done by Bruce Peterson, and she'll offer it up here to you. Tere will give you the information how to get one of those. I'll drop a picture of it in here of that beautiful illustration.
Well, if you're interested in getting a copy of this print, you can email me at stew854@hotmail.com. That's STEW 854@hotmail.com, and we will be happy to give you the information you need and happy to get the poster to you. It's awesome.
Any music fan out there, especially if they're fans of Gypsy, really should get one of these. All right, getting back to Bobby Sherman, he had a really, really nice career. He seemed to live a pretty full life. And after he went into public service, he did a foundation also with his second wife for children in Guyana. And it's the Bridget and Bobby Sherman Children's Foundation. The mission to provide motivated students in Ghana with a high quality education and music program to give them tools to pursue a higher education. So, good guy. Sorry I made fun of him back in the day when I was young and stupid, you know? All right. Tere, thanks for being on the show again. Always good to have you here. Talking about Bobby Sherman this time.
Thank you, Rick. It's always a pleasure to be on the show with you.
All right. For Tere the Ace Walsh, I'm Rick Reed, My Boomer Buddies podcast. Until next time, we'll see you
Around the block.